you're here for the tour.
Tour time.
Let me start by inviting you to watch your step. It is a construction zone. I'm hopeful nothing will fall on your heads. All right, let's go. Let's just come in and kind of gather around. So welcome to the sanctuary. It's been a minute since you've been in here, perhaps. Somebody said that you didn't know it was this extensive. So let me tell you about that and why it is this extensive. So when our electronic organ began to fail, the chair of the property team at that time said you should have a plan in place for a new organ. So we had a committee that formed. And after an extensive study of hybrid organs, electronic organs, and finding a used but very nice pipe organ, the committee said, this is our chance to get a real pipe organ. And so we did. That would mean that we would need to extend the chancel out. I'll show you kind of where that would be. This was also our opportunity to take care of the 75-year-old light fixtures that were up above us. My very first week as your pastor, I was like, okay, before God can call me from this place, I will need to fix that. Many of them no longer worked. You can't find replacements. They don't make them anymore. They were looking really gross. And so this was our chance to do that. So with the removal of those lights and some extensive work that needed to happen in our attic space, let me give you a couple of examples of what that work involved. If you look at this side, particularly when you leave today, outside, you'll see that our roof kind of dips. And that's because of the failure of some of the beams in our attic. Now, it's really strong wood, but some of those beams have begun to crack. And so we have to shore up those beams. And the contractors were like, how are we going to do that? It's going to be a nightmare getting in and out of the attic. We also had to run new HVAC. You can see the beginnings of the new HVAC up there, the air conditioner system. We have to run new air conditioner system. And while you're up there, you're doing new lights. The electrician can get up there easy. And so it was like, well, why don't we just remove that part of the ceiling? And it was kind of like, it will save a ton of money, save a ton of effort, and save a ton of time. So that's why there is no ceiling anymore. But the electrician's been up there, the audiovisual guy's been up there, the HVAC, air conditioning folks have been up there. We still have to shore up the beams that are cracked, and that should happen by the end of this year because the first week of January is when they're going to start putting drywall back on the ceiling. Okay. So up here, with the addition of a pipe organ, there are about 1,200 pipes from 8 feet tall to tiny little pipes. And so all of those pipes have to go somewhere. They will be going from here over and back. This will all be organ pipes back here. There will be a walkway behind them for service, but there will be no reason for any of us to ever go back there, really. So the pipe organ, it'll look like a wall of pipes. They're beautiful silver pipes with gold leaf mouthpieces. They're going to be stunning. And so that wall of pipes will be right about here. So that means the chancel needs to go forward. The organ console is brand new, built in the organ builder's workshop. And it is a very small console. And so if you remember, but some of you have seen the old pit for the organ console. There will be no more pit, no more safety hazard, no more people falling in the hole. So that was another thing I wanted to correct during my tenure here would be to remove that safety hazard. I know of at least one person, I think 2 people have fallen that I know of in that organ pit. Nobody's gotten hurt, thanks be to God. So the chancel will come out, and I don't see the mark, but let me go over this way. There will be a new wall from here and on the other side as well, a matching one. Here, and it'll angle to about here-ish. This will be a sacristy. If you come from more formal Christian traditions, that's where you have your communion elements, your paraments for the altar, things like that. There'll be a little sink, a little refrigerator for the grape juice and the wine. On the other side, it'll mainly be storage. And then on this angled wall, we'll have 2 screens from which you can sing the hymns so that you're not doing this anymore. All right? So that'll be a neat new addition for us. What else? Of course, new lighting, new electronics, new audio visual. The pews are gone. I don't know if you noticed, did you? They will return. They will be refinished and returned to us. Instead of having carpet, we're not going to have any carpet. We're going to have tile. And Dan tells me it's not LVT, it's LVP. Luxury vinyl plank will be under the pews, and then some beautiful ceramic tile that will be down the aisleway, the middle aisle. All right, here's what I think of as the pièce de résistance. While we were in here, a couple of different architects said, well, what if we could open up this wall and put matching stained glass windows? We were like, oh, we can't afford it. And then the Jacobson Foundation, that's been so generous to us over the years, said, well, we can help with that. And so the Jacobson Foundation gave $260,000 for the creation of 3 new windows, the refurbishment of all the windows, and the removal of that one. You see that one back there? That was Mary and Child. Mary and Child will be where Mike and Bill are standing over there. That will be Mary and Child, and then 3 new windows to complement the series. And so they're all up in the same space. And they said you're not going to be able to tell which ones are new and which ones are old. That's what I'm most excited about. This space will be opened up. We're kind of getting rid of grandma's spindles. No more grandma's spindles. Going for more of a modern straight line look everywhere we can. There will be a new transom window above the sailboat doors that will complement those stained glass doors given by some crazy people that are here in this room. And the new transom, the arched window above it, will take themes from that window and really complement it. I think that's it in here. Any questions in here before we move on? Marilyn? Jody? The choir, yeah, the choir will be right in front of the organ pipes. So Mike's looking forward to having that wind blow his hair, just like that. Yeah, here's a good spot. So if you remember, we had a huge box, big brown box in that corner. And then the box kind of went all the way around. That was a ductwork for our air conditioner or HVAC system. All that is being moved over here so that we can open up space for the stained glass windows. So you can see they've already got it boxed in here with a nice angle. And so we're going to drywall over the wooden ceiling here. Here we're just going to paint that. This door, this one that opens up into our Memorial Garden hasn't worked in some time. We would have to regrade all of Memorial Garden to get that to fix that. So we're basically just replacing that door with a window. And then these 2 areas will be little sitting areas, maybe four chairs with a little round table is what I'm envisioning. And of course, here are the frames for the remaining windows. And that's about it. So later in the service, we'll have Bob McIntyre, who I just saw walk in, and Gail DeVisser. They're going to be giving you an invitation to help us finish this project. So I think you probably know what that means. I'll let them do the ask, but you'll be getting a letter in the mail, and then they're going to tell you a little bit about it today. But if you have questions of me, just hang around, or if you want to go ahead and sign, you can go ahead and do that. Thanks for coming to my tour.
Thank you, Rhonda.